Grace and peace, everybody. Fani Willis is having a rough week. And let's just say 2025 has not been really her has not been her jam. Let's just tell the truth. All right, real quick, let's go. Fulton County denies DA Fani Willis more funding in 2025 budget. Remember, this is the budget that she was going to sue if she didn't get more money. Well, guess what? They're calling her bluff. Let's see. The Fulton County Board of Commissioners opted against allocating a substantial monetary increase to the county's district attorney's office when finalizing its 2025 fiscal year budget on Wednesday, perhaps bringing a months long standoff the DA Fani Willis into its next phase. I notice I didn't say bringing it to an end. And let's see, the board allocated 39 million, let's just say $40 million of its $1 billion budget to the DA's office, a figure that Willis has insisted will not allow her to staff properly carry out its duties. The adopted budget also fails to provide additional funding requests for other justice and safety partners like the Magistrate Court and Solicitor General. Capital B, Atlanta, reported earlier this month that Willis sent a letter in response to a proposed budget to each of the county commissioners in December, warning that she would pursue legal action against the board if they if her office funding was not adequately increased. So remember, they just wanted to keep, if you don't remember, they just wanted to keep the budget in line with what it had been the year previous. And remember when when they asked Fani Willis what she'd been doing with the bread, she didn't have a good answer. So this is kind of what you should expect. Willis and other officials fear that insufficient funding to justice departments could cause setbacks in preventing crime and violence, keeping courts operating efficiently and managing the population at Fulton County Jail, the troubled facility that disproportionately houses Black detainees. Without adequate funding to properly serve the citizens of the county, we have to explore legal remedies, which include filing a lawsuit against the Board of Commissioners to seek a budget consistent with the number and nature of the cases this office handles. Willis wrote in her letter to the commissioners dated December 11th, hear me clearly. If you enact the proposed budget, people will die. The district attorney's office did not respond to the request for comment at the press time. 5 of the 7 commissioners voted. Wow, that's a lot. They were unanimous almost. Voted in favor of the budget proposed on Wednesday. The 2 holdouts, District Attorney Dana Barrett and District Attorney 5 Commissioner Marvin Arrington, both advocated for a larger budget that would have provided more funding for the county's justice and safety departments, including Willis's office. Spending in the county's justice department has been at the forefront of the budget's talks due to last year's sunsetting of Project Orca, a federal funded program that had been subsidized their budgets since 2021. And November's U.S. Department of Justice report on the inhumane conditions of Fulton County Jail. Project Orca successfully resolved a massive case backlog in the Fulton County court system that was due to a large part to COVID-19 pandemic related court shutdowns. The program enabled justice and safety departments to hire 528 employees, including 133 in the district attorney's office. By October 2024, just before the project came to an end, the district attorney's office had retained 55 Orca hires as full-time employees. While Orca was almost intended, or rather almost always intended to be temporary, several heads of the county's justice department have insisted that the supplemental budget should become a baseline so that they can operate effectively. I wonder how much more would it have given them? Because I never hear that number. Maybe they give it to us. Let's see. By eliminating the Orca grant, the county is jeopardizing the sufficient progress we've made in reducing violent crimes, which ultimately puts the safety of our communities at risk, Willis said in a statement sent to Capitol B Atlanta in October. Like Willis, Cassandra Kirk, the county's chief magistrate court judge, has been requesting additional funding for months. She says she's requires more support staff so her judges aren't bogged down with clerical work. Fulton County's nearly $1 billion budget lays out spending for everything from from the sheriff and the courts to senior citizen services and local libraries. This year's property tax or millage rate, the county's primary source of revenue, will not be set until the summer. They approved a budget assumes no tax increase. Okay. I mean, that makes sense because otherwise people will get a tax increase over the summer. Okay, I got you. Rob Pitts, chairman of the County Board of Commissioners, told Capital B Atlanta in October that there would be a financial constraints in the 2025 budget. The revenue which we will have to work with will be fixed, said Pitts. All of the programs and projects will have to be funded with the available revenue. That makes sense now. I don't know how much this project Orca was supporting or providing, but this makes sense. Still, many departments will receive more funding than last year because though the tax rate remains unchanged, the county will see a revenue increase due to rising property values. Barrett suggests that Barrett suggests that the county allocate an additional $14 million to its justice and safety departments via the $13 million surplus. Okay. Wait, where they getting that money from? Instead, the commissioners voted to earmark the additional funding for Fulton County jail operations and maintenance needs as laid out by the DOJ. I would like to recommend that we approve a budget that includes spending for the justice system proactively, Barrett said before the vote instead of reactively. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Capital B. And this is Madeline Thigpen. Shout out. All right. Is she going to sue? Is Fani going to sue her bosses for more money? That's going to be the $40 million question. I also wonder, okay, Project Orca was supplementing, which that makes sense. Project Orca was supplementing their budget. So the budget was 40 million, but I don't know how much Project Orca was adding to it. So was it adding another 10? Was it adding that 15 they're talking about? Was it 30 more? Like how much more was Project Orca on top of the budget? And then just again, lastly, can anything be done within the budget without suing your boss, which is again nasty work? What can be done within the budget to keep moving forward without you doing something like, again, suing your boss for a pay increase, which again just seems really wild, and it just seems like a waste. If you have the money to sue your boss, where that money come from? It just seems like that's going to be the next question that comes up is like, well, wait, you got money to sue your boss, then why don't you just do this right with that money instead of suing your boss? And I could be wrong. I don't know. But let me know what you think down below. I really appreciate y'all so much for hanging out with us. Thank you very much for your support of the channel. If you don't mind and you watched this far to the end of the video, leave me a green heart down at the bottom and let me know that you made it this far and that you enjoy this type of content. I really appreciate it. Grace and peace.
Hit that like for deal with Christian. Yo, for deal with Christian. Smash that bell for DWC. Yo, smash it. Just smash it. Hit that like for deal with Christian. For deal with Christian. Smash that bell for DWC. Yo, smash it. Just smash it. Hit that like for deal with Christian.